What's up, guys? It's me, Christian Rodriguez, and today I just want to talk about this quick topic that I learned about when I was reading the book Principles by Ray Dalio that I think would be very useful and insightful for you to learn. And that's basically being able to tell the difference between someone giving you a fact versus an opinion, right? And I kind of got this idea because I remember I was at the gym and one of my coaches was giving me like he was telling me about like dating, right, or dating advice basically, because someone else at the gym was talking about how they got broken up with. So it led to us having a conversation about um, choices and dating, right? And maybe I was too honest, but I basically said, yeah, I'm not dating. I'm literally just casual with women, right? Because I'm like focusing on my thing. And he agreed with me. He's like, yeah, you're in your 20s, it's a good time to do it. And then he says, when you get to your 30s, you get what you want, and then you grind, and then you can find a partner, which I'm not the big fan of that word partner because it's not a partnership. And then he was saying that, and then you can find a woman in her 30s because women in her 30s are more mature. And maybe that's a discussion for another video, but I don't exactly um, agree with his perspective on what he was saying. I didn't argue with him. I just stayed silent. I was like, okay. But the point, it gave me the idea to talk about this, right? You have to be able to tell the difference between people's facts and opinions because everyone has an opinion, right? And they're going to describe it to you like if it's a fact. So I want you to like really think about that, right? So for example, when I was like with that example, right? He was telling me like women. He's married. He's a married man. He's like about 10 years older than me, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I'm not criticizing him, but I we clearly have a different belief system when it comes to um, dating or what the type of people we want to date, right? For example, I don't see the value in getting married, right? That led to a discussion. He's married too. Maybe I made the mistake of saying that because I'm basically challenging his identity by saying that. And I didn't get too far into it because I didn't really want to get I didn't want to create tension, so I just like said the bare minimum, right? I just said I haven't really met a married couple that's been together for several years that are completely in love with each other. And he was asking me, oh, maybe it's just because most people like date women in their 20s. And the thing is, like, I get why he's saying that because he's with an older woman, but I don't agree with that. I think men and women have different value curves, and men age age differently than women do, right? And this is not a video to shit on women because there's enough of those videos on fucking social media and YouTube. But that's just one example of it. But when people like have even me, maybe there's probably cases that I'm talking about something and it's probably my opinion on it, and I might even be saying it like a fact, right? So question it, right? People are going to tell you stuff. People are going to tell you you need to go, you need to do this or that, right? And they're going to make it sound like a fact. When in reality, it's their own opinion based on their own perspective, their own life experiences, and what they believe in. And I really want you to question that, right? And that's why people say if you want to learn how to do something, you want to learn from a person who's done it, right? So if you want to learn how to do something, um, say you want to learn how to build a successful business, right? You shouldn't be asking me that question because I haven't done it yet. So you want to ask, you probably want to ask Elon Musk how to do it because Elon Musk is one of the best in the entire world on how to build a successful business that makes you billions. If you want to learn how to get in shape, then definitely ask me that question. If you want to learn how to if you want to learn how to speak 20 languages, you probably want to speak with Steve Kaufman. Stuff like that. Because he's a polyglot, he speaks several different languages. You're better off learning from him than learning from some dude who hasn't really done it. Right? And this is what I want you guys to think about is you have to be able to determine the difference between what people are saying, right? Because I promise you, people will like try to tell you their opinions. And I'm not saying that everyone's opinions are wrong or whatever it is. I don't agree with a lot of people's opinions, things that people tell me. That's why I created this YouTube channel so I can talk about it. But, people have their own opinions on what they want. But if you think about it, when people have their opinions, people may have different goals. People may have different values, perspectives on it, right? They may be telling you, do go get married, go get a wife, go have kids, whatever. And in reality, you probably want to live the Dan Bilzerian lifestyle. You probably want to have a bunch of different women, right? You probably want to have a harem of women. You probably want to. You're probably not thinking about that, right? So that's not going to really resonate with you. That's basically what I'm telling you, right? And there's no right or wrong about it. It's just a change of perspective, right? A different, like, you're going to realize that everyone just thinks differently, right? And you have to be okay with that, because I think a lot of people like get frustrated that people think differently. Dude, everyone thinks differently, right? There's some people who are going to think, oh, like, why isn't he going to my birthday party or something, right? That's messed up. While the other person's like, why is he getting mad that I'm not going to his birthday party? I'm working on my goals. He should understand that. So there's a conflict of interest, right? And that's completely fine with it. Before I keep rambling on, just be able to tell the difference between facts and opinions, right? The sky is blue. That's a fact. Well, actually, it's gray because it's pouring outside. But if based on someone's opinion, right? Someone might say, actually, the sky is purple, which is clearly not true, but someone could make it as an opinion. So just think of that. Obviously, I'm going to keep this short. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe and take care.